Hello, and welcome to the most thrilling adventure you'll ever have with a surveyor's map. Today, we're diving headfirst into the exhilarating world of land subdivision. Yes, you heard right, folks, land subdivision. That mystical process where you convince your local council, those benevolent guardians of zoning regulations and rubber stamps, to let you divide your property. Because who needs a simple backyard barbecue when you can have a full-blown family feud over property lines? So what is land subdivision? Imagine your favorite pizza. Now picture trying to divide that pizza equally amongst, say, 20 of your closest friends. Everyone wants a slice, everyone thinks their slice is too small, and suddenly you're the mediator in a carbohydrate-fueled standoff. That's land subdivision, except instead of pizza, it's your property. And instead of hungry friends, it's building codes, easements, and enough paperwork to make a rainforest weep. Why would anyone willingly subject themselves to this bureaucratic odyssey, you ask? Well, imagine the possibilities. You could turn your humble abode into a real estate empire, a tiny feudal kingdom where each family member gets their own plot of land, complete with a moat and drawbridge. Okay, maybe not the moat and drawbridge, but you get the idea. Subdivision can be financially lucrative, allowing you to sell off portions of your land or develop it. Plus, think of the bragging rights. You'll become the envy of every monopoly enthusiast in the neighborhood. Now, before you go grabbing your surveyor's tools and start drawing lines in the dirt, let's talk about the thrilling world of legal requirements. Get ready for a wild ride through zoning regulations, building codes, and environmental impact assessments. It's a jungle out there, folks, and only the bravest, or perhaps most foolhardy, dare to venture in alone. Zoning laws, those enigmatic beasts, can make or break your subdivision dreams. Think of it like a game of Monopoly where the rules change every time you roll the dice. One minute you're building a luxurious hotel on Boardwalk, the next you're stuck on Baltic Avenue with a parking ticket and a sinking feeling in your gut. The subdivision approval process, my friends, is not for the faint of heart. It's a labyrinthine journey through bureaucratic corridors, a quest where you'll face more forms than a hydra has heads. You'll need the patience of a saint, the stamina of an Olympic marathon runner, and the ability to consume copious amounts of coffee without suffering a caffeine-induced meltdown. The eternal question. How long will this bureaucratic odyssey take? Well, let's just say you'll have enough time to grow a beard worthy of Gandalf, learn a new language, and maybe even witness the return of Halley's Comet twice. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a tad, but the point is, it's not a quick process. Now, let's talk about the nitty-gritty, the cost. Subdividing land isn't exactly like buying a cup of coffee. Be prepared to shell out some serious dough for surveyors, engineers, lawyers, and enough council fees to make your eyes water. You might even be tempted to sell a kidney on the black market. Don't actually do that, please. Yes, you'll need a surveyor, those intrepid explorers of the land surveying world. They're the Indiana Joneses of property lines, braving dense undergrowth, battling rogue sprinklers, and deciphering ancient property deeds with their trusty theodolites. Treat them well, folks. They hold the key to your subdivision destiny. So, you're probably thinking, can I subdivide anything? Well, hold your horses, cowboy. Not so fast. Just like you can't keep dividing a sandwich into smaller and smaller pieces forever, there are limits to how much you can subdivide land. Enter the preliminary subdivision plan, your treasure map to navigating the treacherous waters of council approval. This is where you lay out your grand vision, your hopes, your dreams, and then watch, rather bemusedly, as the council meticulously picks them apart with the precision of a brain surgeon. Congratulations! You've navigated the treacherous path to the final subdivision plan, the holy grail of bureaucratic achievement. This, my friends, is the culmination of your blood, sweat, and probably a few tears. It's the document that says yes, You can finally divide your property and unleash a torrent of joy upon the world. Think you're off the hook now that you have your final plan? Think again. Subdividing often means upgrading infrastructure. We're talking roads, sewers, water lines, the works. You'll basically be building a small city, minus the skyscrapers. Ah, the environment. We love it, we need it, we have to promise not to destroy it every time we want to build something. Subdividing land can have an impact on the local flora and fauna, and you better believe those environmental regulations are watching your every move. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the world of financial planning, bam! Taxes rear their ugly head. Yes, subdividing land can have tax implications. Brace yourself for capital gains taxes, property taxes, and enough paperwork to make you long for the simplicity of a tax return from a parallel universe where math doesn't exist. Now, it's time to let your neighbors in on your little subdivision adventure. But be warned, this news may not be met with the unbridled enthusiasm you're hoping for. You're about to become the talk of the neighborhood, and not necessarily in a good way. Get ready for a possible barrage of objections, my friends. Your neighbors might not be thrilled about your plans to transform their quiet cul-de-sac into a bustling metropolis. You might have to get creative with your negotiation tactics. Think along the lines of freshly baked cookies, promises of free landscaping services, or maybe even a small petting zoo. So you're feeling pretty confident, huh? Thinking about tackling this subdivision thing yourself? Well, I admire your gumption, but unless you're a qualified surveyor, engineer, lawyer, and all-around bureaucratic ninja, I highly recommend seeking professional help. Even with the best of intentions, mistakes can happen. So let's talk about some common subdivision blunders, shall we? From forgetting about easements to miscalculating property lines, these are the slip-ups that can turn your subdivision dream into a bureaucratic nightmare. Building on your newly created blocks can open up opportunities for generating more wealth or residual income. Whether it's constructing rental properties, commercial spaces, or even selling the subdivided plots at a higher value, the potential for financial growth is significant. Explore the various avenues and make the most out of your investment. And finally, the moment of truth. How will subdividing affect your property's market value? Will it be a gold mine or a money pit? Well, my friend, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The truth is, it's a gamble. But hey, isn't that half the fun? So there you have it, folks. A crash course in the exhilarating world of land subdivision. It's a wild ride, filled with twists, turns, and enough paperwork to make your head spin. But if you're brave enough to take on the challenge, it can be a rewarding experience. And hey, at least now you understand why those council folks love their stamps so much. Who wouldn't want to be the keeper of such power? If you enjoyed this hilarious foray into the world of bureaucracy, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more laugh-out-loud insights into everyday life. Until next time, stay informed, stay entertained, and most importantly, stay away from unmarked property lines.